Shivas Adigor Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Haribol. Thank you very much, Shani. So, if you have any questions, you can just raise your hands and just speak on the mic. If not, you can write it down on the comment section so we can just read it. Okay? Haribo. Sino may question?
Haribol, sir. I have
Haribol,
a
Shani.
well, okay. Based on what we've read last time, sir, on Bhagavad Gita,
Mm.
it's actually on text 22, chapter 4, text 22. It says here that he who is satisfied with gain, which comes of its own accord, who is free from duality and does not envy, who is steady both in success and failure, is never entangled although performing actions.
Mm.
Does it mean, sir, that let's say, because according to the purport, a Krishna conscious person does not make much endeavor even to maintain his body. He is
Mm.
satisfied with gains which are obtained of their own accord. He neither begs nor borrows, but he labors honestly as far as is in his power. In this day and age, sir, especially right now, sir, that the situation is very difficult to like pay the bills and everything for daily needs.
Mm.
Both for example, both the couple, let's say the couple should work, both of them should work because of the necessary bills that needs to be paid, and on top of
Mm.
that, sometimes there are people that, or in the side of the family of one of their families needs some assistance, so one of them should work hard for them to help the what you call extended family.
Mm.
So does it mean, sir, is this a type of materialistic way, or is it also part of how do you call it, extending help so that they can also somehow you help your family for them to survive, or for them to have, to help their if let's say they have an emergency, they have something that they need for their life. So sometimes I don't think if it is an indulgence, but I think it's necessary now to work both the husband and the wife for them to really you know
Provide.
yeah to yeah to for the daily needs and
Mm.
whatever necessity
Mm.
in life. Haribol.
Haribol. Well, remember when you're a devotee of Krishna, uh, you are actually offering your life to Krishna. So whatever you do is offered to Krishna. Even your work, you might probably think that this work is not really spiritual. It is still, some people may look at it as non-different from any material activity, right? Because you're working, and it employs uh, your your efforts and all, yeah. But uh, that is called karma yoga. Karma yoga in Krishna consciousness, where all your activities are offered first to Krishna. So from the time you wake up in the morning, you already are offering everything to Krishna. Oh, Krishna, I'm offering my strength, my talent, my efforts. I'm offering my life to you today and every day. Yeah. So you have already established that intention of yours to Krishna. And because that is the consciousness of a devotee of Krishna, it's not materialistic because it is just, like you have to do it to be able to like make both ends meet, ika nga, di ba? Because you have to provide for your family if your kids are still dependent on you like that. So I don't see any particular reason why a person will be afraid to work, outside. We are very, very practical individuals. Srila Prabhupada has taught us how to become practical. Practical. So, uh, in whatever station of life you're in at the moment, yeah, if you simply offer everything to Krishna, then there's no harm there. There is no problem there because you have offered everything to Krishna. Now, if you have a wife or husband that is not really practicing devotional service, but he or she um, is uh, don't have any problems with what you're doing. In other words, uh, very supportive. Then that is actually uh, an arrangement by Krishna, and uh, it also is part of your prayer. Your prayer in the morning, you putting everything to Krishna, your intentions, your plans, etc. Yeah, so you're offering everything to Krishna, including your loved ones. Ganon. So that activity becomes transcendental. No need to worry about, what's gonna happen to me. Maybe this will count as a karmic activity like this, like that. So you don't need to be afraid of that. You only are uh you only are thinking about how you can please Krishna, how you can serve Krishna, and how you can serve your family, like that. That is Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is not about just serving and loving Krishna and then you hate your family members. Yeah. No, that's not the case. In fact, if a person uh, shows love and devotion to Krishna, his love towards others, his family, his relatives, friends, and others also expands. It extends. Even if you don't if you even if you're not aware of it, it extends. Because Krishna is a person. Krishna is somebody who understands you, who understands our plight, who understands our different problems, etc. Now, if you're going to offer everything to Krishna and you know and just work for the service of Krishna, now that work uh, may not necessarily be uh, connected, no, with uh, with Chaitanya Mission or connected with Science of Identity Foundation, but because your work is for the pleasure of Krishna, your work is for the pleasure of Krishna, that work becomes transcendental. Can you read the first sentence of that verse, please?
Yes, sir. Text 20.
First sentence now.
Yes, sir. Text 21. He, the purport, sir, or the purport na lang, sir, yung sa text 22.
No, no. The
Which one?
verse.
The verse.
Mm,
He who is satisfied with gain, which comes of
mm.
its own accord, who is free from duality and does not envy, who is steady both in success and failure, is never entangled, although performing actions.
Yeah, precisely. Because if you're going to offer everything to Krishna, uh, uh, you surpass or transcend the dualities of life. You're not anymore into thinking, I need to be successful in what I do, like that. So what happens if you're not a success, you're a failure? Are you going to blame Krishna? Are you going to just sit down in one corner and cry your heart out just because it was a failure? No. the act in itself, the very act of serving, the very act of of engaging in devotional service is already the end in itself. And in itself, then, it is not a means to an end. Many people in the world, when they work, their work becomes a means to an end. Yeah? But devotees, when they engage in devotional service, it is it is the end in itself. It is the end in itself. When you are engaged in activity, you don't expect that to be success or failure. You just simply serve Krishna. You just simply do your best. Okay? Now, devotees draw their happiness from within. Materialists or atheistic individuals, they draw their happiness from outside. Maybe that thing or that thing or this thing like that, or this relationship will make me happy. Yeah, so they struggle to achieve those things. Their happiness is based on uh, the external, the external. But the devotee of Krishna, his happiness, he draws from within, always from within. That's why he's never entangled. He is always, she is always in a very, very safe situation because he's not doing it for himself. He's doing devotional activity for the pleasure of Krishna. Yeah. Okay? Okay na
Haribol.
say,
Yes,
okay
sir.
na. Haribo. Okay.
Haribol, sir. Here, sir, in text 21, it says also it says also here that such a man of understanding acts with mind and intelligence perfectly controlled, gives
Mm,
up all sense of proprietorship over his possessions, and acts
mm,
only for the bare necessities of life. Thus,
mm.
working, he is not affected by sinful reactions.
Yeah. Well, a devotee of Krishna really offers everything to Krishna. He offers everything to Krishna. He is not, that's why, he is not affected by the so-called success or failure of a particular project that he is engaged in. Krishna already knows what's inside our hearts. You don't need to like actualize it and ask God to make it so that you become successful in your life, or you ask for some wealth like that. Hindi na kailangan po yan. It really doesn't. As far as the devotee is concerned, Krishna always protects him. Whether a devotee experiences failure or success, yeah, uh, to him it is the same. dualities of life is the same with a devotee of Krishna, because he is always surrendered unto the lotus feet of Krishna. And Krishna takes care of the devotee. And sometimes the problem is that we think that taking care means that he is always offering you good stuff. He's always offering you uh, to be joyful and full of happiness like that. No, Krishna takes care of his devotees. Sometimes he even he even makes it so that you know your uh, actions or your activity becomes failure, becomes a failure. But for a devotee, that is a mercy and blessing from God. He doesn't see that as a cruelty, or he doesn't see that as God punishing him or whatever. No, you see everything. In other words, everything that you do is for the pleasure of Krishna. Now, whatever comes to you, that is for a devotee. It is all mercy coming from Krishna. Whether it's uh, a failure or a success. This the um, karmis cannot understand. They don't see that as they don't see that. In other words, if you uh, consider everything as the property of Krishna, and nothing belongs to you. Nothing belongs to us, really, because everything belongs to Krishna. So even our own bodies is not our own. All of the wealth or all of the material things that you are possessing right now, it doesn't belong to you. In the mantra 1 of Shishopanishad, it is described everything animate or inanimate that is within the universe is owned and controlled by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself, which are set aside as his quota, and one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong. In other words, if you find yourself, having, if you find yourself very successful in your business, for instance, and it generates a lot of funds, it generates a lot of money like that. It is for a devotee of Krishna, yeah, I'm going to use all this money in the service of Krishna. If it's sobra na sa'yo, if it's too much to handle for yourself, the tendency is for people to put it in the bank, right? But for a devotee of Krishna, he makes plans so that he can utilize that money or that wealth for the service of Krishna. In other words, everything that he does is for the service of Krishna. Whether he becomes a millionaire or a billionaire, or whether he becomes a pauper, Whether he becomes a pauper, he doesn't mind at all. Because his happiness doesn't come from outside. It doesn't come from having so much money. It doesn't come from so much possessions in life. His happiness is always coming from within. It's always coming from his love for Krishna. He's trying to develop a loving relationship with Krishna. That is his happiness. That is his real success. Okay? Any other questions? I have a friend who is a very successful businessman, and he earns a lot. He earns a lot on a monthly basis. So, we grew up together. We grew up together, and I saw him grow up because I am like 7 years his senior. 7 years ako mas matanda sa kanya. And, we grew up together in a farm before in Manila. And he he became a multi-millionaire, actually. I'm not sure whether or not he is a billionaire, but for sure he is a multi-millionaire. And what he does is, you know, he is always helping out devotees. He is always donating uh, his wealth to his Gurudev, to Srila Prabhupada, on a monthly basis, like that. Yeah, if somebody gets sick, for instance, yeah, he finds ways to extend help to those devotees that are sick. Ganon ang ginagawa niya. In other words, he's utilizing everything for the service of Krishna. He doesn't see the money as this is for myself. I labored for this. Yeah, therefore this is mine. Okay? And because this is mine, I will enjoy this. I will enjoy this money for myself and for my extended self. Devotee doesn't think that way. He's always just thinking about how to serve Krishna and Gurudev. Yeah. And when a person is unsuccessful in his endeavor, for example, he becomes a pauper, becomes very poor, that he can barely get 3 meals a day. Sometimes he only eats once a day, like that, with his family. I have some friends who are into this condition. But when I go to their house, when I go to their home, they have these smiles on their faces. They're still very, very happy, offering in their altar even just uh, a very, very simple dishes like that to Krishna. Yeah. And Krishna becomes very pleased. with that person. Si mga devotees, nahihiya yan humingi. You know, they find it embarrassing to go to Krishna and ask for money. That's not a, that's not the, that's not the character of a devotee of Krishna. They don't go around and ask for money from Krishna. But those devotees who are helping out in the project or in the mission of Lord Chaitanya, in the mission of Gurudev, uh, helping out other individuals or other devotees, or trying their best to serve their spiritual master, they are already considered preachers, even if they don't preach physically. But because they help these people, they help in the ministry or in the mission of their spiritual master, they are considered to be also uh, preachers themselves. That's the beauty of devotional service, you know. Any other questions? Do you have other questions? Yes, Mandy.
Namaste, sir.
Haribo.
Haribo. I have a question. It's a silly question probably because I should know the answer. Um, I know of a family who live in the country, and in Australia here, the country, it's even more difficult to survive than in the city because we have a lot of free places you can go and get food for free, whereas in the
Mm,
country you can't do that.
mm, mm,
So when I have a little bit of money extra, maybe $20 or something, that will feed them for a day, a night, they can have baked beans on toast or something like that. But I feel guilty that that $20 I should be donating that to Krishna. But if I, but this family needs that food now. Could you
mhm.
please give me some advice on that, please, sir? In that situation when I know they're starving.
There's no harm in trying to help them, even if they're not devotees, you know.
Yes, I just feel
Some people,
guilty, sir, that I'm spending $20 on a starving family rather than give it to Krishna. But is that supposed to be, that's being practical, isn't it? Rather than, I don't know.
and they are family. Are they family of yours?
Yes, sir.
Well, if they're family of yours, there's no problem with that. Krishna takes care of not only his devotees, but the his devotees' family. He is also taking care of them. So if you do that, like giving $20 for their meals or whatever, uh, And then you just have to offer that to Krishna. Krishna, I'm giving this $20 for my extended family and, you know, and very pitiable condition because they they cannot even afford to have the meals like that. So you it's like you pray to Krishna and ask Krishna to receive that offering of yours.
Thank you very much, sir. And I
Now,
do know that they do use it on food. It is for food. It's not for gambling or anything. It is for food.
now it's different when when you're providing money to some relatives and that they are misusing that money. Let's say they get that money and go and gamble. They use that money and go um, um, buy, intoxicants like that. Then you are not in any way obligated to help that kind of family. You have to make sure that they are using that money properly for their food and their maintenance.
Yes, sir. I trust this family. Most of my family I would not, or I wouldn't even
Mhm.
help them. But this family, I
Mm.
can promise you, sir, that they are using it for food. And that's the only reason I'm doing it it is because it is food and I know that they do not have anything to eat that night.
Yeah.
They're
Mm.
only eating like once a day sometimes.
Yeah. It's okay. It's
Thank
all
you very
right.
much, sir. Thank you,
And
Sir Haribol.
once in a while, you talk to them and probably, gift them a some spiritual songs so they can hear that also. They can hear some kirtans like that. Mm.
I actually asked Krishna to accept the food that they buy in advance. I don't know if that's okay, but I do. Because they'll go and
Yeah,
buy bread and milk. So I'll say, Dear Krishna, please accept the milk and bread that they buy. I don't know if that's okay to do.
that's definitely okay.
Okay,
Well, as long as
thank you.
they're using it properly,
Yeah,
you know.
yes, they are, sir. I do promise you that. I wouldn't do it otherwise. You know, I don't have much money to spare, so I wouldn't do it otherwise.
Ah, okay. Any other questions, guys? If not, let us have a kirtan. Sharni, can you do an exit kirtan, please?
Haribol, sir. Yes, sir. Wait lang po.
Oh,
Kunin ko lang, sir, yung ano, ukulele. Haribol. Krishna Haribol. much po.
Haribol, thank you very much, Shani, for the exit kirtan. Papasalamat ako. I'm thanking every one of you for your attendance today. Some attendees asked permission to leave early because they have some commitments. So anyway, I'd like to thank Mr. Pravin. Thank you very much, Mr. Pravin.
Maraming salamat po.
Walang anuman. I'd like to thank Bell. Maraming salamat, Bell, for coming.
Opo, thank you so much po, Sir Sir
Jaya
Ramadan.
Krishna.
Opo, thank you very much po.
Yeah, and of course, I'd like to thank Mandy for coming.
Namaste, Haribol, sir. Thank you so much for
Haribol,
having me.
and of course, Sharni, my co-host. Thank you very much for all your assistance. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Haribol, everyone. Thank you very much.
Have a fantastic and blessed Sunday ahead of you guys. I'll see you again on our next class. Haribo, namaste. Our next class. Haribo, namaste.